Hello, Flosstube. This is Sandy. Hello. Today is Sunday, April 30th, and this is my channel, Stitching with Sandy. So welcome if you're new to my channel. If you're returning, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. If you are not a subscriber, I would love it if you could subscribe to my channel and click on the bell to notify you when I post. I try to post twice a month. Sometimes I fail at that, but you'll see me at least once every month. For those who are new to my channel, I am a kindergarten teacher, and the reason why I'm telling you this is because during this time of the school year, sometimes I'm a little later on getting things done because school is in overdrive getting ready for summer. So all those last minute events are happening now. So welcome. I want to tell you how it's been since I saw you last time. It was the beginning of the month, so a few things have happened. First off, I went to my family's women's dinner. That is for all the Alba women in the family. We went to Longhorn Steakhouse and we had a wonderful, pleasant time. And it's so fun because you get to catch up with everyone that you don't see all the time. So that's been a special event. We go every other month and get together at different restaurants throughout, I guess, LA and Riverside County. So that was a lot of fun. I got to see my husband's aunt. She's so sweet. She's getting more and more frail, so every time we get to visit is special. I get to see her and it makes me so happy. And then the next thing that came up was we had our Tuesday night Create and Craft Zoom. I do host this every Tuesday. I Zoom, and it's from 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. If you want to join, you're more than welcome to join. But 2 of the weeks we come up with a craft to do, and 2 of the weeks I just sit and stitch with my friend Sarah. She's from Sarah Stitches. The 2 of us started stitching together, and then we started realizing we like to do certain crafts too, so we started crafting together, and that's what started the event. And now different people join in crafting with us. So when you can come, you can come. If you can't, that's okay too. When there's about to be a craft event, I will send out the tutorial if there is one, as well as supplies, ideas for you to bring, and then we create whatever it is that we're coming up with. This week on Tuesday, on May 2nd, will be counting pins, and we're going to be following Helen D's tutorial, and we're going to make some pins. So if you'd like to join that and you see this before then, you're welcome to email me. My email is in the description box below, and I will send you the link, and then you just watch the video and then come prepared, and then we just work together. It's more of a, I really want to make these ideas, but I just need to sit down and do it, and this is forcing us to sit down and do them. So with that being said, I'm going to show you what we did in our last one. The last one, we made scissor keepers, or scissor cases, however you want to call it. We did them out of applique felt. So here is one that I made that night. I actually made 2, but I used one as a giveaway gift in a game for my retreat that I recently went on. But this is the other one that I made. The one that I gave away was pink, light baby pink, and it still had the same colored flower. So we made these, and everybody bought their own. And this one, there was no video, there was just a paper tutorial. So there was a link to the website for the tutorial. We all previewed it, had our stuff prepped, and then we just put them together while we met. And what was fun is at the end, we all showed our scissor cases, and they were all different and all beautiful. So it was a lot of fun. I do encourage you to step out of your uncomfortable zone and try something new. That's what we're doing, and the person who received the other one just loved it. So it was a lot of fun. They don't take as long as I thought they did. I was terrified of trying, and now I want to make a whole bunch of them. So that was a lot of fun. So the next, as I said, the next one is this Tuesday, May 2nd, at 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So if you want to join us, welcome. Just email me. If you just want to hang out and stitch and chat, you're welcome to do that too. I usually am there by 4 o'clock every Tuesday. And then, like I said, some Tuesdays we'll craft something, and some Tuesdays we'll just sit and stitch and chat and catch up. All right, so that was that event. And the next event that I had been telling you about in my previous video was my stitchy group, or we're the Menifee Stitchers. We decided to create our own retreat. One thing that we're struggle with here in California is that there's not a stitchy store to go to, so you can have a stitch-in night. There's no local retreats. We do belong to a group called the SoCal Stitchers, and they have a retreat every year in September towards the end of the month. But other than that, if we want to go to a retreat, we have to travel, which is fine, but we have to pay airfare. So, because everything is so far from us. So that adds on to retreat costs. And for me, I just can't afford to do it. And a lot of people in my group can't either. So we decided to take off and go to the attic in Arizona. So we went and stayed in a residence suites inn, and it's beautiful. And we carpooled there. There was, I want to say, 1, 2, 3 cars that went, I believe there was 3 cars, and we all got in and shared the ride, shared the driving to Arizona from California. And then we stayed in a hotel, and then we went to the attic. We played some games at night, and we ate wonderful food. We went to some really great restaurants, and it was just so much fun. And there's nothing like hanging out with your friends that have something in common with you and just laughing. There was no drama. There was nothing but laughing, spending, stitching. It was a great time. Every single person had fun. I did get to meet 2 of my subscribers, so that was a lot of fun for me. And we came home with lots of stuff, which I'll share with you. But I'm going to share the little video clip that I made of our trip. If you're not interested in seeing it, it's a little bit over 3.5 minutes long. Just keep in mind that I do post these things on my videos because my goal is that one day if my children want to see what I've mom been up to, they would have this as like a little diary journal of what I've been up to. And that's why I've included it. But you'll get to see me and my friends, some of the people that I met there, and all of the beautiful goodness inside of the attic. And when you come back, I will have some stuff to share that I got there. So take a peek. Isn't it amazing? I just loved it. We had so much fun. I only had one picture of one car, but it was funny because some of us were like, I see you, and they were on this side of the freeway with us, and so we're trying to get pictures. The person that wasn't driving was taking the pictures, but some of them didn't come out very well. They're kind of blurry and stuff, so I just put in the ones that I could, but it was a lot of fun. I'll show you what we did, what we got. Okay, so we did some gift exchanges. Right before we went to the attic, we wanted to do our gift exchange. My gift that I made for everybody is I made these cute little pin cushions. This was one of the Crafting Tuesday nights that I did with Sarah, and her and I had made one, and so it gave me the idea to then make these for my friends, because one of them, her name is Michelle, she makes gorgeous bags, and I'm going to show you one. Also Gina quilts, and so does Arnett. They all quilt and sew, and Barbara. So I had to think of something that they wouldn't think of, but that they could use. So this is what I came up with, and when I saw this fabric, I thought they would love it, and I think they did. So that was my gift. And then our friend Gina, she's the one who organized pushing for us to get it planned out. So she's a planner, and she even gave us a complete itinerary of our trip, which was amazing because it included not only who your buddies were in the car ride, but also everyone's phone number. So if anyone got lost or needed to contact someone, we had access to that. So she was a really good planner. And our sweet friend PJ is the one who found the hotel. So if you saw those gorgeous pictures in the hotel, it was so lovely. The entire bottom floor where we were sitting in the lobby had one of those enclosing windows, and it was completely open to the lake. So sitting there having a drink and chatting and laughing, it was so nice, and what a beautiful view that we had. So Gina, she was so cute in doing this. So she created us some retreat little bags that you could wear with our name tags, and she has an embroidery machine, so it says Menifee Stitchers, and there's my name, and there was our card, and she's made it so that we can slip in a different card each time. She's even recently made one for us to wear when we're at our Thursday night stitch-in at Panera Bread that says Menifee Stitchers, but it's perfect because it can hold in our zipper part, it can hold our cash, it can hold your cell phone if your cell phone's not too big. We can put all kinds of little goodies in here. You can put your chapstick, whatever, and you have it with you, and that way you don't have to carry around a big old purse. So I love this. She made one for all of us. We took one of our friends from California Stitchers, SoCal California Stitchers, with us because she organizes our retreats for us every year, and she lives in LA, so she doesn't come to our Thursday nights, but we wanted to include her to show her how much we appreciate all that she does and that she could join the fun with us. So she became an honorary member of our group. And then one of our stitchers in our group's sister lives in Arizona, so she joined us, and she's a stitcher too. So she was a part of our group, and Gina made one for her too, as well as there was a couple of friends that weren't able to go on the trip, and she made some for them. She's so sweet. I can't believe her talent. So in addition to that, she wasn't done, because then there's more. She made each one of us, her plan was she was gonna make a tote to bring home all of our stash. So here is my tote, Be Kind, which I love because that's my catchphrase. And so she made and quilted, I don't know if you can see the quilting on it, she quilted the entire bag. And then I love the inside. I have to show you this. Okay, so I have plain gold on the inside on this side, but on this side, there are little words, and they say things like be creative, be original, be inspired, be humble, be joyful, be caring, be you, be true, be happy, be kind. All of the things that I'm always saying. So this is super close to my heart, and I love it so very much. And she said she made it with sunflowers for me because she knew I love the sunflowers. So thank you, Gina. I'm so lucky to have a friend like you. So next, whoops, I'm gonna move these pins. I'm gonna poke myself in the rear if I'm not careful. I think I dropped another one too. don't know where it went though. Oh well, I'll find it after. All right, so then that wasn't all. So after Gina gave us her gift, then our sweet friend Michelle, and we've purchased several of her bags, she made us all these beautiful project bags. And it has a really pretty fabric on the inside, which is also roses. I told you she's incredibly talented. And then, so she made those for us. And then our friend Arnett went and found little charms. She gave us this cute little bag, and inside it were little charms for our zipper. And one is a little, whoops, rosette to match the bag, and she gave us our initial. So that way if our bags are out, we won't mix them up with everybody else's. And then in addition to that, she got us these cute little needle minders. And let me pull mine out. It says, my soul is fed with needle and thread. So we each got a needle minder. So she gave us those. And so then I really thought that was it, but it wasn't, because Michelle's wonderful sister, Carol. Hi, Carol, if you're watching. She brought us a gift too. And I was so glad that I made her one, because I would have felt bad if I hadn't, but she did. And she and her sister, they're the cutest couple of sisters I've ever met. They're super sweet, super kind, and very talented. So her sister has a lot of the same fabrics as her sister Michelle. So Carol made us these little Ork containers, but she said there also fits your 103s if you want to put all your 103s in here and leave them out on the table, so it's easy to get them. So that was amazing. And then she also gave us, since it's a retreat, you have to have sweets and goodies, so she gave us this little jar full of kisses. And you can see I've resisted to eat them so far. But I'm sure if my family sees them, they will get to them. So those were our retreat goodies. And then, let's see, I wanted to commemorate our trip. So I decided that I would do a stitch and work on it the entire time we were there, and I was able to get it done. This was a freebie by Heart and Hand, and it's called Do What You Love, and this is it. And I did it on a pink splash, so it's white with pink splashes on there. It's a 32 count Lugana, and I was stitching it. I got everything done, but when we went to the attic, I had needed 2 threads, and I bought them, but I actually needed, I just needed 2 Classic Colorworks and 1 Weeks, and I forgot to get the Weeks. So the day before we left, well, the day we were leaving, we stopped at the attic one more time for just that. What did I forget? And I was able to get it. So it was this light pink down here. I was able to come home, put those couple of stitches in, and it's finished. And I've decided, originally I was gonna make this into a pillow or something, but I've decided I'm gonna make it into an ornament for myself. And on the back, since I have enough fabric, I'm going to put Menifee Stitchers, April Attic or Bust Retreat at 2023. And then I'm gonna hang it on my tree. And I was thinking that's a great idea for anywhere I go throughout this year, that I can make them into ornaments and put them on my tree. And so every year, at the end of the year, when I'm decorating for Christmas, I'll have all of those memories on my tree with all my other ornaments that I get for memory. So that's something that I'm gonna do. And so hopefully I will get to show you it finished in my next video. All right, so what kind of goodness did I get from the attic? Let's show you. First I wanted to get some fabric. They had just received a bunch of fabric. They hadn't finished cutting them and everything, but they said, look around. If you see something you like, you can tell us what you want and we'll cut it for you. So it gets a little overwhelming. Now I have to say, it's the most incredible stitch store. If you're not a sampler stitcher, don't fret, because they have a ton of everything. There's something for everyone there. And if you are a sampler stitcher, when you're standing in the middle of all that beautiful needlework, you just you can't get over how much goodness is right there on the walls and how much time people have put into doing them. It takes my breath away every time I go. And they've put 3 tables in the front, so now we were able to reserve them for the day, and we were able to stitch there the whole day, so that was wonderful. So basically what we did is we got there, we walked around, shopped a little bit, sat down, stitched a little bit, went to lunch, came back, walked around a second time, purchased our items, stitched a little bit, and then left. By doing it that way, it gave us a chance that when you start feeling like, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff, I don't really know what I want, I don't know what to get, you're able to take a breath and try again. And then you find more things that way, actually. So I wanted to get some fabric, so I did pick up some Lugana in wheat and in Springfield Sage, which is a green. It looks kind of gray here, but it's more of a green color. I got those 2, and I was happy with it. There was a color, it was azure, I think is what it's called. Beautiful blue that I really, really wanted, and I ended up not buying it. And then when I got home, guess what? I ordered it from 123 Stitch. So I guess I couldn't get it off my mind. So it's gonna be coming. So then I got Long May She Wave. This is a kit. They had a lot of the pillow kits on in little baskets with the finished pieces, which made you want to buy them. 2 of the ones that I wanted, they did not have in stock, so they're so wonderful about getting your information, and then they said it was on order, and when it comes in, they will put it in a package and send it to me. So I went ahead and got those, but I brought this one home. It's a full kit, so I'll be able to stitch that up. And then trying to find places to put everything. I got the Bee Dance by Hands On Design, and I was thinking I would like to make a biscornu out of this one, so we'll see. And then I got at the register before I left, I had thought I had ordered this, but all of my market stuff came in and I didn't. So at the register they had these, and so I had to pick one up. And then I got by Plum Street Samplers, Blackbird Fracture. I had never seen this one, but my friend Kim said it was an older pattern, so I don't know, never saw it, but now I have it. When I was getting my floss that I was missing, I decided that I needed to get this one because my birthday's coming up, and I thought I would stitch this. Green is my color, and then purple is a beautiful accent, so these, I won't change anything. Nothing at all. Love it. I might put an 8 next to May because my birthday is coming up. It's May 8th. So I might do that. Then I purchased this last year when it came out. I printed out all the inside pages off of Rainbow Gallery's website, and I meant to order the cover and I never did. So I did. So now I have it and I will be able to start working on it. All right, then I got from Home Elegance, it's called Country Spirits Collection, Witches Teaching Stitching, and that one just made me laugh. I just thought it was so cute. It'll be a fun stitch. And then I went ahead, I love Blackbird designs, but there's some things that I wouldn't stitch, and so this book came out last year, and I have the Winds of Autumn, and so I liked these, but I wanted to see the book in person before buying it, and I saw this pattern, and then as I flipped through, I saw a bunch of others that I just love, so I went ahead and picked that up. And then I picked up Busy Notes by Shepherd's Bush. I had seen somebody stitching these, and she had been showing them on her channel, and I had put them all in my wish list, so when I was there and saw them in person, this one happened to be my favorite, so I went ahead and got this one, but I think I'll end up getting all of them eventually. And then I saw this one on the wall as a sample, and I'd been wanting this one, but I couldn't find it anywhere except for at Carriage House Samplings, but I didn't want to pay shipping for one pattern, and there really wasn't anything else that I was interested in stitching at the time of my browsing. So I saw the model on the wall, and I asked her if they had any more, because I looked through everything Carriage House, and it was not there. And what I'm referring to is the green tree. Every piece up there has a number, and the number is identified into a file cabinet of somewhere where you can find extra charts. And she was able to find it. And I love this pattern so very much and was so excited that she had found it and that they had it. So this is the green tree by Carriage House Samplings. And then this one was you had to see the model to want to buy it. So at the store, there was a piece that was stitched with a little crow sitting on a watermelon. And the colors were very light and it was super cute, but it didn't have a number. So then I was curious, like, does that mean that there's no more in stock? Does that mean that they're not gonna get it anymore? So I asked her, and she said, no, usually if they don't have a number, it's because it was a customer's model stitching and they put it up there. But she said, let me check my list. So she looked for it, she couldn't find it. She didn't know what it was called. I didn't know what it was called. But then I happened to be looking more, and then I found this. And there it is right there. Okay, and see how dark it is? I'm gonna show you. So she said, well, if you really like those colors, which I do, she said you could take the model down and go over to the floss and pick out floss that you think matches. And these are the two colors I chose. So one is Meadow Green, and the other one is Secondhand Rouge. So these were the two light colors that I saw in the model, and I thought, oh, it's gorgeous. So I went ahead and purchased the called fors in case the other ones are ones I want to stitch. I'll use the called for, but I'm definitely stitching that one in those colors because they're so pretty. And the frame was the same color as that green. It was beautiful. So I will be on the hunt for a frame when I finish it. So I can do it just like that model. So whatever customer did it, if you ever watch my channel, thank you for inspiring me because I need that one. Then Heidi, who is Heidi's Homemade, she's here on YouTube as well. Check out her channel. She's also very talented. She had met me there at the attic and was shopping around with me. She got to go to lunch with us and stitch with us. We had her there with us, and we even, when we were talking about future retreats, she's like, oh, let me know. I will meet you guys there. So I think she's become one of our travel buddies. But she says, did you see the clearance area? And I didn't notice it at all, not at all. And so I said, no. So she goes, you should go look because everything's 50% off. So she showed me where it was, and I went to town. So first I got, this is Homespun Elegance Plain and Fancy Collection Summer Treats. And I liked this one with the crows and the sunflowers, but there's also this one. But I probably do this one. I love it so much. And I probably do it a little bit lighter fabric. I think that's a really bad picture. But behind it was this one. So then, of course, I had to get it as well. And this one is called Simply Autumn. So this is the autumn version where they're on some pumpkins. And then there was Signs of Autumn by Bent Creek. And then there was, a while back, I had stitched, they're called sneak peeks, and you get 3 charts to complete the piece. So the first chart comes with 2 of the little characters, and then the additional 2 charts each have 2 characters that form one big piece if you're going to stitch as a full piece. I stitched one based off of seeing it, Helen D stitch it, and it was the autumn sneak peek. And so after I finished the autumn sneak peek, I was like, I wonder if they have some in the other seasons. So I looked them up, and I really didn't. I saw summer, didn't really care for it. Never found spring. But then I saw winter, and I ordered it. And I haven't stitched it yet, but I do love it. It has a polar bear, so of course I love it. But I didn't know they did holidays too. So in the discount bin, they had this one, and it's by the Triology. I know I'm saying that wrong, but this is Christmas sneak peek, and I just love it. It's so cute. So I got it, and they had all 3, so I can make that one too. So I got all of that. We did play some games. I was in charge of games. So I brought left, center, right. We played for floss, and our friend Gina won the floss pot. And then we played a game that's called Screw Your Neighbor, and it's a game with cards and quarters. And usually when you play, the winner wins the cash prize, but we wanted to give prizes, so each one of us wrapped up a prize, so that way I could get a prize too and not know what it is. And then a lot of us brought extras just in case someone didn't bring a prize. So there was enough for everybody to earn a prize, and everyone did. I earned 2 prizes, so I will show you. My first one, this is the first one I won. And oh, and we also played, Telestrations. And if you've never played that before, it is guaranteed laughs no matter who plays. And you can play with your kids, you can play with other adults, you can take it camping, you can do it for sleepovers with your kids. I've done it everywhere. I've done it at school too, and my students love it. It comes as a 6-player game, an 8-player game, or a 12-player game. I had the 8-player game, and so I took it, and at the hotel, in the lobby, we played a few games of that, and it's a lot of fun. The premise of it is you pull a card, you read a phrase or a word, you write it in there, you flip the board, and then you draw a picture of what you think it looks like. Then you pass it around. The next person looks at it, flips it, and writes what they think it is. Then the next person sees what they wrote and flips it and draws a picture of it. And it goes all the way around till it gets back to the owner. And when it gets back to the owner reads what it was, what they drew, and then goes along and shows everybody's guesses, and you see how many times it changes, and it is hilarious. Everybody laughs and has so much fun, and we all have to get past that. Well, I'm not a good artist. You don't have to be, because the more difficult it is for you to draw, the more creative you're going to be, and then it's a lot more fun because you start laughing. So I had won one, and this is the waxer I won. Isn't he cute? Little bunny. So I was excited to get him. Our friend Arnett brought that prize, and I was lucky to get that one. It was hard to choose a prize because I had packed extra boxes and things, extra bags, in case someone didn't bring one and they used some. So I kept having to decide, was that mine or was it a bag I gave? So this one was wrapped up in this cute little box in blue buffalo check, which of course is green buffalo check, which green's my favorite color and buffalo check's my favorite print. So I felt it had Sandy all over it. And then I told her, oh, look, I can use this for a finish. So it's like 2 prizes in one. And then I went again, and I got this package, and it came from PJ, I believe, and it was some perfume. So I had so much fun with those, and everybody seemed to enjoy the games. And so I was really grateful, because you never know when you're with a group of different people if they're going to love what you think is fun, and they did. So that was successful. So that was my trip. That was everything. So with that being told, I'm going to go into some FOs. Just so you know, I do not have any FFOs. With going to my girls' dinner weekend and getting ready for open house, which is coming up in my class on Thursday, and then the retreat. I haven't really been home much to have a day of finishing. So I do have lots of stitching to share with you, but no FFOs. Hopefully I'll have them FFO'd next time. So let's go over. Let me move some of this out of the way so that I can tell you. All right, FOs. So I finished a couple of pieces that were in my 2-day rotation. One of them was Liz Matthews' 5th Day of Christmas. I'm going to make a tree. My plan is to have a forest of her trees. And I finished it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I used a DMC metallic on the gold here, so that the gold would be sparkly when the lights hit it. And all I have to do now is FFO it. I think it's gorgeous. This is on 32 count ice Lugana. And It's a finish. This one I started on New Year's Eve of 2021 for 2022, and I did it on the 12 by 12, and on that night I literally only stitched about there. And then that became my 12 by 12 this year, and then I was like, this year it has to get finished. So I stitched on the 12 by 12, and then I put in my 2-day rotation, and it's now finished. Once you get going on them, they actually stitch fast. All right, so that's that one. And then I finished, this one is called, I'm just checking my list, Holy Night by Barbara Anna. It was in a punch needle and primitive. I think you can buy it as a pattern now, but this is it. I stitched it on 28 count Monaco that I dyed denim blue. So I love this with the negative space. It's beautiful. And I love that the lighting of my fabric happened to be right here under Santa. But that was perfect. This is gorgeous. I'm going to turn it into an ornament when I FFO it. And then this one is a piece that I got off of Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting. I believe her name is Melissa, and she always offers up beautiful patterns that she creates. She doesn't sell them, which I think she should. I think a lot of other Flosstubers feel the same way. She's super talented, but I had seen this last year, and so this year I decided I was going to stitch it up. So here it is. I love it. It's so cute, and I think I'm going to make it into a pillow, but we'll see. Sometimes when I get into that finishing mode, I have all kinds of finishing pieces in my craft closet, and I might see something other than doing it as a pillow in my closet. I also wrapped up a Sal. I was doing Helen D's Strawberry Fair Sal, and here it is finished. I just love how pretty this turned out, and I was able to pass my pattern on to my friend Michelle, who is stitching it right now as well. So it'll be fun to see what she did. Then I realized, this is funny, I realized probably last Wednesday that, oh my gosh, April's almost over and you didn't do your seasons to April. So I quickly got it out for my morning stitch, and it's finished. So I just need to FFO it. It's stitched on 28 count Monaco Coffee Tea Dye by me, and I love it. It's super cute, and I will get it FFO'd, and I have to pack up all my Easter stuff, so I'll FFO it, take a snapshot of it, and then pack it up so it's ready for next year. Then this piece. Now this piece, I wanted to try something. I generally stitch with magnifying glass all the time and my glasses, and that's fine as long as I'm stitching on 28 count, 32 count, even 20 count, but I could never stitch on other ones. This was a goal that I wanted to see that I could do it, but it's not. I did not enjoy the stitch part of it. Now the finish is adorable. I think it's so cute and so tiny, but I will probably never do this again. So I'm talking about Coffee First. I wanted to make for the months like May, June, August. I'm trying to think what other months. May, June, August. Those months that I don't have some thematic thing stitched up, I wanted to have in my tea tray next to my coffee pot maker some coffee designs. So I picked Coffee First by Brenda Gervais, and I decided to try and stitch 1/1 on 28 count Monaco Coffee Tea Dyed by me, which shrinks it a little bit when you dry it in the oven, which I did. And so I stitched 1/1, and you know that little magnify circle that's inside the big magnifier? It's like supposed to do 10 times further. I was literally like this the whole time stitching it, which is probably why I didn't enjoy it. And then I would look up for my magnifier of when the kids or my husband were talking to me, and then I couldn't see because my eyes had to adjust. And I know that this is the same size as a piece that would be stitched on 56 count. The only difference is I did it over one thread. I can't even imagine trying to stitch it over 2 threads. That would be insane. I can't even imagine how micro tiny those little strings would be to stitch over. So I won't be doing that. But here it is. It's super tiny. And it's super cute. Like I'm not saying it's not beautiful. I do see the details, but man, when you look at it compared to, let's just say the the April Seasons 2, which is stitched on the same fabric but over 2. Look at the difference. Okay, let's see. Here is Seasons 2. Here is this one. It's so tiny. And then when you look at it next to Strawberry Fair, it's even tinier. Look at, I don't know. I don't know how people do it. I don't know what their trick is. Good eyes, bad eyes, I don't know. But apparently my eyes do not like that. Now it's gonna make an adorable little pillow for my tier tray, and I'm thrilled that I pushed through and completed it. I am a very determined person. If I decide to set my mind to something, I will be diligent about getting it done. But then if I find that it's not enjoyable, I've learned my lesson and won't do it again. So my hat's off to anyone who stitches on those high counts. I don't know what your secret is, but you are amazing. So those are my FOs. Hopefully next video, most of them, if not all of them, will be FFOs that I can share with you. All right, so that was a lot of stitching. Let's see, I wanted to go over my previous giveaways next so that I can pass those on. And they were Catch a Wave. This one's A Year in Chalk by Hands On Design, and it's for the month of June, and it says Catch a Wave on it. I'll show you, and this is the chart, and the keyword last time was wave, and the winner of this one is, I believe it's Gina. I hope I said your name right. Gina Klein. I'll put it up here so you can see. Congratulations, Gina. If you will email me, my email's in the box below. Please be cautious and careful when you're writing my email. It does have an 8 after my name. A lot of people leave that off and then I don't receive their emails. So make sure you don't leave that number off. But this is for you. Congratulations. And then the next one was Beggar's Fourth by Threadworks Primitive. I stitched this, and then my sweet friend Barbara borrowed it and stitched it, and when she was finished, she gave it back so that I could use it as a giveaway. And this one, the keyword was flag, and this one, the winner of this one is Paula Arthur. Paula Arthur. Congratulations, Paula. Same thing. If both of you ladies can send me an email, please give me your mailing address, and I will get these out to you. Congratulations. All right. So that's the giveaways. Then let's go to whips because I still have lots of stitching to show you. Even though I don't have finishes, I did a lot of stitching. All right, so the first up is my Autumn Love. I have been working on it. It is by Lori Holt. Autumn Love. I started this at our retreat last year, and my goal is to get it done before this year's retreat in September. I think I'll be able to do it. The 2-day stitching is getting me about one section at a time finished. So I'm stitching it on Barley, which is 25 count Lugana by Lori Holt, which was the called for. And I have the called for threads except for 2 substitutes. I took out some bright blues and substituted some greens instead. And this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at. And so this time around, I stitched the scarecrow, and I think he's so cute. So I'm going around. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the whole border and then start the house. I may start the little pieces that go here. I think they're little stars. These, I may start the stars and start working a little bit in, then do a side, then a little bit in, just so that the house is not left to tackle all at once. But we'll see. That was my progress for this month's rotation. I still love this one. I take it out. Every time I take it out, I get excited to stitch on it. And I think that's a great feeling to know that when you get your whips out, that if you, every time you get them out, you get excited, you know that you're going to finish them eventually. Sorry, I'm having trouble getting them back in. All right. Next up, I stitched, I'm doing this Sal with Sarah from Sarah Stitches. She and I started it we decided to do it at the end of last year to do for this year, and it is Santa Stops Here by Brenda Gervais. And I hope you can see that without the glare bothering you so much. And this is where I'm at. It's interesting because she showed me her progress on hers, and she started at the top, so I believe she's on the roof right now. And I always start at the bottom, so I've tackled some of the border on the top, on the side, and some across the bottom. Next time I pick it up, there's a snowman right here, and that is probably what I'm gonna go after next. And I'm still stitching this on 32 count mint splash. I love this fabric, it's pretty. I believe it's mint splash. Yes, mint splash. Lugana. All right, next up, I am stitching. Oh, I finished my spring rotation, my piece with the spring one that I was working on. And so I got to pull one of my whips out, which is exciting because I'm trying to work through them this year. And so the whip that I have is Spring 2018 by Sarah. And I love this piece. When I got it, I love the village. I love that there's cute little kids at the bottom. I just think that's so sweet. And then there's little minis up here at the top that you could stitch separately. I'm stitching the entire thing on a piece of 28 count bone Joblin because I like the pink tint to it. And so picking it up, I started on one of the houses. Last time I had it finished, I had just done the bunny. And then now I'm working down and getting into the first house. So I love this house. This one's green. It's so pretty. I have a couple of her patterns. I had never stitched her before. This will be my first piece that I'm working on by her. The pattern's easy to follow, and I'm enjoying it. The pattern is also a large enough pattern where you can see what you're doing. So it's on several pages, but as I said, you can see what you're doing, so I don't mind that so much. Plus, the motifs are pretty much like stitch a little motif on one page and the next one will be on another page. So, and then next up is my hardcover. This one's gonna take forever. I noticed that all my 2-day rotation pieces, the majority of them are giant stitches. But then when I went through my whip basket, because I was looking to replace a spring for a spring, and when I pulled out that piece, I realized I only really had 2 that qualified for spring. And one was a St. Patrick's Day one, and I wasn't feeling it, so that's why I chose that one. But I had those 2 spring, I have 2 summers, and then I have 1 or 2 winters, no, 1 or 2 Christmas designs, which are winter. And then I had 3 pieces that are an everyday stitch, and the rest of my whips, and I am down, I started the year out with 32, I am down to 24, and the other 24, the rest of them were all autumn, so that must be my favorite season to stitch. So this summer I've got a lot to do. So I am stitching Best Wishes by Mary Engelbright from this booklet. This is the actual piece right here, and I'm planning that as I work my way up, I will change the little girl's hair to match my daughter's hair, and I will probably change their colors of their clothing into the colors that my daughters loved at the time they were this age. When they were little, Cassandra was always the purple girl, and Marissa was always the pink girl, and Cassandra's still a purple girl, and Marissa's changed at least 40 times. She's, I think currently, her favorite colors are black, sometimes teal, mostly black, but she's changed to different colors, so we'll see what she ends up liking as she gets older. Maybe she'll end up liking them all. So I got this far so far. So as I said, it's gonna take forever. My goal is to get to, probably on my next stitch, I'm hoping to get over here, which would be the other end of this. This is the center flower, so there's not that much. So I'm hoping to get that bottom piece done, and then it will say make a wish. And my plan is to frame this with, I have some cute pictures of the girls when they were little blowing on dandelions, making wishes. We called them the wishing flowers, is what we told the girls they were called. So every time they went anywhere and they saw them, they'd run and pick them and make wishes. And I always wanted to say, well, thank you and sorry at the same time to anyone's yard that we went by, because thank you or you're welcome because they just picked your weed, but sorry because they just blew the seeds, so you're gonna have more. So sorry. So there was that one. Then I picked up Strawberry Blossoms. This is by Kathy Barrick. I love this piece, and she finally has a head, or a face, which I'm really happy about. This is her. I have changed the blues for greens, and the strawberries will be all red. No green or red strawberries, no blue and red strawberries. But I'm stitching this on 14 count Serene, and a picture of this plus, and she has a head. Yay! So there she is. I love her. I did change a few things about her. I'll show you. Kathy Barrick has the ladies, their faces are super duper pale. And when I saw this at Contented Needleworker Kim's house hanging on the wall, I said, oh, that looks like me when I was younger and I had longer hair, super curly. And so that's why I had to stitch her, and I wanted her to be green. Now you can see I feel like our skin matches now. And she has green eyes and so do I. So that's where I'm at. She has no arms. She can't stitch yet, but at least she can see. And now when I'm stitching her, she'll be looking up at me, which I think is great. So I changed her skin color as well, because you can see she's really pale in the picture, and I didn't want her to be that pale. So I love her so much. My hope is that the next time I stitch on her, maybe I'll get some strawberries in there, because that would be fun to see. All right, next up is my Jardin Privé. I believe it's a bunny or rabbit in your garden, bunny in your garden. I'm not sure the translation, and I'm not even gonna try to say the words in the other language, because I'll botch it up and I feel disrespectful if I do that. So this is the pattern, which I love, so pretty. And I didn't get it done for this spring, but that's okay. It will be done for next year. And I'm doing this one on that pink splash. It was the other piece that I had to this, and here's where I'm at. So I've started the tree. There's another branch up here. I added the bumblebee, the flowers, part of the leaves and the blossoms. I finished the carrots. So it's coming along. I really do love this one. And I was just watching a Flosstuber. Let's see if I can remember who it was. Her Flosstube channel is Mouse Potato Designs. Yes, that's what I was watching. And she's been stitching a lot of Jardin Privé, and they're beautiful. And I watched it and I felt like, yes, I want that, and I want that, and I want that. So my list is very long now. And I even told her in a message, I commented and said, I saw many things that I need to have now. They're gorgeous. And her stitching's beautiful. So I'm gonna have to go shopping again. It's inevitable. All right, so the next step is my autumn gathering from Friend Stitch. This is called Let Joy In. The last time I stitched it, last time I showed you, I had the trees and the crows done and a little tiny bit of the red house. And so this one is on 14 count vintage country mocha. When I ordered this, that's what it was called. That's what came in the kit. But I think you could order some 32 count linen extra. I did, but since I was stitching, I thought everybody was doing on this, I stitched it on this and kept the linen for something else. But here's where I'm at. So I've moved over, I finished the house. I did this little lollipop flower, the stars, the fence, and then one pumpkin and the crow, and I brought over some of the border. So the next time I stitch, my plan is to finish the fence with there's a bunch of pumpkins along it and the border, and then there's a little motif that's right here. I will start beginning that when I stitch it next. I love this piece so much. It's funny when you get out your pieces that were whips and you're like, why did I put it away? I love it so very much. And I still do. So I'm telling you, this 2-day rotation brings me so much joy. Sometimes it's hard to put it away knowing that you have to get something else out and you're having so much fun, but then I have so much to look for in the next month. All right, and my last whip. Told you I had a lot of stitching this month. This one is Summer School House. Yeah, Summer School House, Lesson 1 by Brenda Gervais. This is my working copy, sorry, but this is what it's supposed to look like. And this is 1/1, but I'm stitching this on 25 count Natural Lugana by Artiste. And this is a joy to stitch a 1/1, and I'm stitching the whole thing 1/1. So I don't know. I think when I coffee tea dyed and baked it to set the color, I think it just shrunk the hole so much that I couldn't see what I was doing and fighting to get the needle through. I just did not like that at all. But this one is a piece of cake, so who knew? So here it is. Here's my progress. I've got the bird finished. This time around, I had this part and the giant strawberry done and the little motifs down here. So I started the little branch. I got the bird finished, and then I began the house. This one's coming along really nicely, and I just love how it looks. It's so pretty. There's a couple of stitches that are like ghost stitches. I don't know if you can see them. They're these ones right here. And they're cute. I understand they're supposed to be ghost stitches. I put them in there and I decided that I'm gonna wait till I'm finished. And since there's not a whole bunch of them, if I feel like I wanna be able to see them a little better, I may go ahead and tear them out and put a different color in. And then just save that color because I'm stitching all of them so there'll be a full set and I want them to all match. So we'll see. We'll see when I get to that point. I haven't really made the decision yet. When I'm stitching them, I can see myself stitching it, and I know it's there. But when I hold it back, you can't see them. And I understand they're ghost stitches, and that's how it's supposed to be. But I kind of like them to show. So we'll see. All right. So that brings us to Happy Mail. I received 2 things in Happy Mail. One was a subscriber. She's so sweet. She's one of my swaps recipients. I don't know if she was my swap or somebody else's swap, but she's part of my swap group. And she was said she was out shopping and she found a couple of things that reminded her of me and she wanted to send them to me. So she did. And she said, when I saw them, I immediately thought of you. And I thought that was so nice to have someone think of you like that. That makes my day, big time, makes my day. Even if you just sent me a message and said, hey, Sandy, I'm thinking of you. Just wanted to say hi. That makes my day so beautiful. But she sent this lovely card. It's gorgeous. And it's a pretty matching envelope. I love stationery. And then she sent me this. I love this, so pretty. She sent me this notebook, and it's perfect because my notes for my channel are in a little booklet. I'll show you. When I started my channel, I got this little notebook, and I write every single thing in here, so that way if somebody ever asked me, I could go back and look and be able to tell you whatever it is you wanted to know, whether it was the floss, what count, what colors, that kind of thing. And I'm actually getting kind of to the last few pages. There's not a bunch left. And so she sent this, and she said she thought of me. It's so cute. There's like a little bookmark so you can bookmark your place, and then you open it, and it's a notebook. Isn't that adorable? And look at this side. There's like little beads and sequins. They're so beautifully stitched on there. So my plan, I think it goes this way, yes. My plan is that when this book finishes out, I'm gonna use this book. And then if I finish that book, I'm going to keep these stored away. My plan is that I wanna leave these like a diary for my kids so that if they wanted to ever see what is it that mom did, what did she love, they could look at this stuff and see it in there in all my notes. And then if they watch the video, they'll have it with them. So not that they will want to do that, but we all can hope, right? We can all hope that our kids are interested in what we're doing. One day, if they're not currently, I don't know. That's just a thought. I wish I had stuff from my family from long time ago so I could look at, but I don't. The other thing that Judy got for me, which this one made me laugh so hard, and I feel like I need to have it up whenever I do show you my whips, is she got me this little work in progress sign. I love that. That is so cute. Can you imagine? Okay, it's time for work in progress. Let me show you, right? I don't know. I love it so much. And so thank you, Judy. I did appreciate that very much. And I'm so glad that you're a part of our swap group. All right. And so next up, I did Tracy from OG Stitcher, the OG Stitcher, I believe it's her name. I'll link her below so you can go check her channel out. She has gone bag making crazy. And when I say that, I mean, from my understanding is she one day decided she wanted to make project bags, and she said she wasn't that much of a sewer, but she got a sewing machine, got all the materials that she needed, watched a couple of tutorials, and then went to town. And ever since then, she can't stop stitching bags. So on one of her channels, she had said that she would love to do swaps with bags. If you wanted to do them, please to comment on her thing and she would contact you. So I told her, of course I'd do one with you, Tracy. I would love that. Well, when we did the swap, that was at the beginning of March that I agreed that we'd do a swap together. And I messaged her for her address and sent hers out. And she said, oh, I'm so sorry. Haven't been able to get yours out yet. It's finished, but I was waiting on packaging materials. And I told her it's fine. I just want to make sure you receive mine because I want to make sure you get the joy of the swap. And so her package finally arrived. And she said she sent me two. She's so sweet. She said, I made this one bag for you until I found some extra fabric. And then when I saw the fabric, I saw your name on it, had to make it for you. So I sent you two. So this is the bag, the first bag that she sent. And she makes these cute little zipper pulls, which I love. And I love black and white. Like, I am a chalkboard girl. That's a lot of what I like to stitch. So it was nice to see that she had made that, and she even has her own little tag on the bottom, which I'm jealous. I'd like to have one like that. That's cool. And then the inside is red, and then she surprises you with these little ort holders for your floss while you're stitching. I don't know how to make those, so my bags that I make do not have those in them, but that added little touch is so sweet and kind. So this is a gorgeous bag, and I love it. And then this is the one she made because she found this fabric, and she said it had my name on it, and I have to agree, she did. It does. She made me this bag. And look at those sunflowers. Aren't they gorgeous? It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And even these ones that are here by the rooster where they have like just the sketch, I love that. And then you have the touches of red, and then she made another zipper pull right here for me. And then of course inside, she made the inside the same fabric as the topper, and she made another floss, a little floss, I don't know what you call it, floss buddy or ort catcher. I don't really know what they're called, but I know a lot of people make them, and this is so cool. So thank you, Tracy. And I believe she's still doing it, but check her channel out, because if she is and you're a bag maker, maybe you guys can do a swap too. All right, so now I want to go over, I have two things left to talk to you about, and then I'm going to send you on your way. The first thing is my buzzing bee swap. So I wanted to get the video out today because tomorrow I'm pulling names, and I will be emailing out. So if you've been waiting, I'm sorry. I've been having a lot of allergies lately. Have you? We've got super bloom here in California. The golden poppies are on every mountainside you can see, but the flowers are blooming so much so that your sinuses are drying out, and allergies are happening, sneezes, coughing. I even got a bloody nose today and had to throw away a shirt because it was just a mess. So I apologize for the coughing. But the Buzzing Bee swap is your name will be sent out to you in an email tomorrow with all the instructions of how I do my swaps. Your date to mail is June 1st, so get out your bee piece, finish it however you choose, and send it on to your partner by June 1st. And then hopefully in June I'll be able to fill up my floss tube with all the beautiful, talented goodness of everybody stitching. Please don't forget to send me photos. I ask for a photo from the person who sends it as well as when you receive it. The reason why I do that is because sometimes only one person will give me that, and I really want to share it on here and show what everybody did. You guys work hard, and I think that others enjoy seeing your beautiful work and inspiration on the way you finish and the pieces that you stitch. So if you can make sure that you send me a photo of it before you mail it out, and you can, and then when you get one, send me a picture of that, just in case I don't get it from both ends. And then if you're sending to me, you don't have to send me a picture of your piece. If you just send the receipt showing that it's been mailed, you don't even have to show the amount or anything, just show the expected date. That way I know to watch for it in the mail. That would be great. So we will be doing our bee stitches. So if you haven't gotten yours out yet, you need to have it mailed out by June 1st. That gives you the whole month of May to work on it. And then I'm probably going to do my next rotation for swaps will probably be an Americana stitch. That will probably do that after. So if you're on the fence of, do I want to do it? Do I not want to do it? Watch next month or watch in June to see all the finishes. And if it sounds like something you can do, I will announce when I'm taking names and addresses and you can join in. And the next theme that I want to do is Americana. All right, so with that being said, that brings us up to our new giveaways. So to be a giveaway recipient, you should be a subscriber. Like the video. I forget to ask that every time. Like the video if you can, that would be awesome. It just takes a little click and you're done. If you don't like it, don't click. If you don't like it, don't click, just move on. That makes me happy because I don't want to ever turn it on and see a thumbs down. That's sad. I could never do that to anyone either. But anyhow, if you do, if you're a subscriber, be 18 years of age so that I can ask you for your address and then I will get this out to you. If you're a young subscriber, then have your parents put in for the giveaway. That would work just fine and they can give it to you when it gets in the mail. All right, so I have 3 this time. These are care of my Stitchy group. Every Thursday night when we stitch, a lot of them will bring up pieces that they've finished or they're done with, and they will pass them on. I'll choose, like if it's something I want, I'll keep it, and then at the very end, after everybody's looked at everything, if the person who brought the stuff doesn't want it, they usually will donate it to me so I can share it with you on my channel. So today I have 3 giveaways. One might be hard to come by one, so you might want this one when it comes up. But so I'm going to show you all 3. And if you're interested, please use the keyword in your comment. And also, I want to ask a question this time. I haven't asked one in a couple weeks, and I really love reading your comments, and I feel like I hear crickets on my channel right now. There hasn't been a lot of comments in regards to anything other than the keywords for the giveaways. So, and I don't mind that, but I'm going to ask the question so I can have comments. The question I want to ask is, what do you plan on doing this summer? Are you going to a retreat? Are you going on a family trip? Are you staying home and stitching? Is there something you're going to binge watch? And if so, please put the title. I'm always looking for things to watch. But tell me what you're going to do this summer. I'm getting very excited. We have open house on Thursday, and then there's our gift to make for Mother's Day, and then assessments, and then classroom placing, and then report cards, and then our end of the year performance, and then we're all done, I think. So that's a lot going on this month, and then I have to breathe through it all. I'll get there. So let me show you what my giveaways are this time. This one's called Charming Gardens by Rebecca Marsh. This is a pattern, and it has all like gardening themed items. The keyword for this one is wheelbarrow, because I just think this is so pretty. I'm not a big gardener, but I know a lot of people are. I kill most of the plants. I'm not even a really good animal take care. Right now we're raising butterflies to caterpillars, and we had 9. I ordered extra kit this time around because last year I ordered 1 cup and it comes with 5 caterpillars, but mine only came with 4. And then from the process of caterpillar to butterfly, we only had 1 butterfly survive because 1 caterpillar died before it even grew into a larger caterpillar. 1 died half chrysalis, half caterpillar. One fell down like it was gonna hatch and nothing ever came out. And then we had 1 butterfly survive. So this year, of course my kinders were bummed last year. There was only 1 butterfly. So this year, I ordered two cups of butterflies. So I got 5 in one and 4 in the other. So I contacted them and said, hey, last year you only sent me 4 and there should have been 5. I didn't complain because that's not something that I do. But this year I ordered another cup because I want to ensure that more than 1 butterfly comes of it. And I only got 4 in one. So they sent 2 replacements. Of course, they're way behind in growth because when you get them, they're little teeny tiny caterpillars. And the ones that we have already received, the 9 that are at school, are now in chrysalis, but not all of them. I just went to school today to start prepping for our walls, and we have 7 of the 9 are chrysalis. 1, it like spent 1 day eating and then died. I don't know what happened with that. And so that caterpillar was a goner. And then they were all doing, the rest were doing well, and they were going up to start to make their chrysalis, and 1 went all the way up and he was sniffing around and acting like he was going, he started to dangle himself, and that's when they're about to start spinning their silk to make the chrysalis. And he started spinning and he fell. And he was like, he tried to climb up. We saw him try to climb up, but he didn't make it. So he died right there. So I transferred today the 7 chrysalis into the butterfly habitat. They didn't like that very much because the chrysalis started shaking. They were getting mad at me. But we should have butterflies. Hopefully, at least 1 will come out before open house so the parents can enjoy them too. But so far we have 7, so we'll see how many survive. So to be continued. The next giveaway is this booklet. It's a soft cover booklet. I'll probably send it book weight. So if it takes a while to get to you, that is why it's cheaper to send it book rate. That way I don't have to pay a lot for shipping. And this one is cross stitch cards. There's 100 of them in here. My friend that donated this book, I already own this book, so I told her, well, I would be happy to give this away. And for this one, I'd like you to use the keyword greetings. Greetings. Okay, so we've got wheelbarrow for this one, greetings for this one, and now the one that might be hard for you to get because it won't be released for what, a year? I don't know how long that is. This is the spring Stitching with the Housewives pattern, just the pattern. I purchased this. I haven't stitched mine yet, but my friend Kimberly did, and so it won't be the whole kit. This is the kit that comes, the quarterly kit from Fat Quarter Shop with that partnership with Stitching with the Housewives. This is the spring one. She finished it, so she said she'd pass the chart along. So if you're interested in this chart, then I would like you to say blooming, blooming, because of all the wonderful flowers that are blooming right there. So blooming, greetings, wheelbarrow. Use those in the comment. Tell me what you're planning on doing for summer. And you know, best laid plans, sometimes they don't always happen, but you can share what you would like to do and we'll see if it comes true. All right, and that's all I have for you today. Thank you for staying. I know it's a little bit longer. I don't have an opener today because I'm gonna be taking my April down and putting May up. So I'll have one for you next time, and I hope you have a wonderful couple of weeks, and I will see you soon. Until then, be courageous, be confident, be creative, and please be kind. Have a wonderful week. Bye.